Hi, I'm Jeremy Johnson, CPA, and I want to talk a little bit about this new hiring climate that we're in. So, our firm is expanding, we're growing, right? And we're doing something a little different. So, now we're actually looking for remote team members. Well, I remember back in the day when, and I guess I'm just showing my age, but back in the day, I remember when I was applying for various positions, I would spend my entire day getting ready for this position that I was applying for. I was so excited. I would never apply for a position that I did not want, right? This wasn't just, I was just doing something just to show that I applied for something, right? It was always a position that I wanted. And so I would gear up and I would prepare and I'd get ready and I would think about the questions that would be asked. I would think about questions that I would ask, right? I would totally prepare for it. And then I was always early to the interview, right? Well, we're in a little bit of a different climate now where everything is remote. Everyone is sitting in their living room, their kitchen table, some random room in their house, or even in their car during the time of these interviews. But a part of what we're running into is we'll have individuals that'll go through the preliminary process. They're completing our type form, they're answering questions on various hiring platforms, and then we'll schedule the initial screening interview and they don't show up. Or we'll have something for the initial screening interview. We'll have that meeting. That'll go great. And then they don't show up to the actual interview, right? And then we'll get a message, 2 or 3 hours later that says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot. Can we reschedule?" Or, "Oh, I'm sorry. Something came up. Can we reschedule?" So here's the thing. How do we handle this new environment where it seems like individuals that are working remotely, now scheduling for them is just not a huge deal? So here's what I'm going to tell you. The way that someone interviews with you should be a reference point for how they will actually work with you once they join the team. So if you're constantly having issues connecting with them and trying to schedule with them during the interview process, which is a critical process, right? Then don't be surprised if you bring them on board and you have those same types of issues. So think through that as you're going through this hiring process because we're all trying to navigate this new environment that we're in where remote work is just running rampant and it works out well for some. Now, if you have a brick and mortar, yeah, you're selling a product, they're having to come in, purchase the product, then yeah, remote work may not work for you. It may work well in a marketing standpoint, right? You could have your marketing team out there doing things, your web developers doing some things, advertising. They can do some things for you from a remote location. However, those that are actually building and selling the product right there, it's going to be really hard for them to kind of work remote. So remote work doesn't work for everyone, but for anyone that is out there that is hiring, please show some grace, but also take into consideration what this individual is doing in terms of attempting to be one of the team members that's assisting your clients, because that's going to be critical. All right, guys, hope that helps you. We'll see you next time.